Great at Customs here. This is Josh. I'll be your host for today. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful afternoon. Got a few minutes to kind of kill some time in the shop. So what I'm going to be doing is a little bit of Bondo work on our chair project. Started out with a 60s era fiberglass chair. We're going to be doing some custom work on this, so stay tuned for that. Um, Last week did a quick little live and kind of showed you some of the process in terms of taking the surface down with some sandpaper and some abrasives and getting a really rough texture on there. What I'm going to be doing today is a little bit of Bondo work. I am going to be taking a mold of this eventually. And so what I need to do is make this as perfect as I can possibly make it. And there's a couple little bumps going through the armrest here, and there's a couple little dips kind of here and there, just nothing crazy, but I want to make it perfect. And in order to make it perfect, we're going to need to break out the boot camp and do some sanding. Hopefully, it's going to look like beautiful, beautiful, beautiful smooth. What I'm going to be using today is Upol's Fantastic Body Filler. You can get this stuff at O'Reilly's Auto Parts. So it's very, very easy to get. It's a fantastic filler, as described, what I'm also going to be using is some 40 grit sandpaper. This is available from Express Composites over in Minneapolis. Shout out Express Composites. There is their contact info right there. You can order online. You can call them up, talk to them, tell them the Grey Duck sent you. They'll give you a good deal, and hopefully you'll get some good product. So yeah, the final top coat I'm going to be putting on is made by Hawkeye Industries. This is a product called Duratech. It is a high build primer surfacer that we are going to be spraying on. So hopefully what I would like to do here is start a series on Fridays called Furniture Fridays. A number of years ago, a friend of mine was doing a Furniture Fridays thing, and I think we're going to take a cue from that and start Furniture Fridays. So if I can get some Bondo work done today, get this all prepped up, come Friday, we're going to spray this live. So that's going to kind of be the routine. I think Friday lives is what we're going to be doing for furniture stuff. Going to try to prop this up here. Going to just use my Duratech can while we're at it. So I'm going to mix up some body filler here and show you guys how to apply it and show you some tricks in terms of sanding it as well. I see a lot of people wait too long before they start their sandpaper. There we go. Had to get myself a fancy mix stick here. How's it going, Michael? Hi. What I see a lot of people do is wait too long to apply their sanding, or they overmix their Bondo. And I'm not going to go crazy with this. We're not trying to cover the whole thing in Bondo. We're just going to try to start with a few small areas and kind of work our way from there. Luckily, this chair was in pretty good shape, so it needs minimal work. There we go. One little trick of the trade. You want to knead your Bondo before you mix anything. Sometimes there's a little bit of residue in there if it's been sitting for a little while. Whoop. Just like so. A couple little dabs. And we are off to the races now. So I'll always start just doing a swirl mix. Then once the swirl mix is pretty darn close to being a consistent color, I will start to actually scrape this. And this is going to do a couple things. First of all, you're going to get a very, very good mixture. But second of all, you're going to get a lot of the air bubbles from doing the swirl mixing technique. So having nice cardboard is a is a plus, so save your cardboard boxes so you can mix your Bondo. For you guys that are new here, I've been trying to be a little bit more active on the YouTubes here, trying to post a little bit more content, trying to show you guys a couple more tricks and get in the routine of doing some live videos. I really like doing the live videos because I can kind of show you real time what actually happens in the shop life. So, like I said, we don't need to go crazy with the body filler here, but there were a couple little dips in this armrest area, so that's going to be where we're going to take care of first. I'll show you guys how to block sand this out. But since this is fiberglass, we can use anything that you would use for a boat, for example. Same kind of thing, boat or auto body work. As long as you grind it and get it prepped out really well, you're going to be in business. I'm going to check my camera angle here, make sure that you guys can actually see what's going on. Yeah, you sure can. There we go. So I'm not super concerned about some of the heavy scratches that we put in to do the initial scuffing. Bondo likes to be applied to something that has been sanded very thoroughly. So don't feel bad about using an aggressive grit sandpaper, at least initially. I am taking care of just a couple of little aggressive areas. I might have been a little overzealous with my grinder. That's all good. That's all good. Come through the back there just a little bit. So yeah, like I was saying before, Furniture Fridays are gonna start to be my thing. I've got a lot of projects coming up here, and I think, I don't know, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, noon, whatever. I'm going to try to get a schedule on that because the furniture game is kind of where we're going to be going here on the Great Duck Customs. We're still going to be doing the carbon fiber parts manufacturing. We're still going to be doing custom bits and repair work and stuff like that. But we're going to start a furniture line. And so you guys are going to be following the process of custom furniture with me. Hopefully, hopefully it goes good. Kind of a new adventure for me. It's something I've been wanting to get in for a number of years. And now is the time. We're not going to keep messing around about it. We're not going to keep talking about it. We're just going to get to it and start doing it. So I've got a number of chairs. I've got a number of end tables. I've got accessories for your home that we're going to be getting going on. And that's kind of going to be the direction that we're going to go here. So I think I have enough filler on the areas that I'm going to be worried about here. So we'll just touch up a couple little aggressive scratches through here. Now I did under-catalyze this Bondo just a little bit, and the reason why I did that is it's going to stay open just a little bit longer than what it would normally stay open at. And I'll show you why, because once we get to the sanding part, it's going to help us exponentially. And again, the goal is to try to make this, as smooth as I can possibly get it, since we are going to be making a mold of this. When I say custom furniture around here, I mean we are going to be making custom furniture. Custom colors, custom techniques. How you guys all doing in the chat? Hope you guys are having a wonderful afternoon. Hi, 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 hi. Okay, so little trick of the trade. Once you get your Bondo smoothed out and it's on your piece, clean up our cardboard here real quick. If you want to keep your Bondo spreaders looking really nice, get yourself some acetone, like so. Pour some acetone on a rag and wipe off all the excessive Bondo that you can. This is going to make sure that your Bondo spreaders stay like new. Because nobody likes buying new Bondo spreaders all the time. Check that out. Just like downtown, huh? There we go. Beautiful. Clean Bondo spreader. That's ready for next time. So now what I'm also going to do is we're going to be paying attention to the Bondo that's still on the cardboard here. Right now it's still pretty pliable. It's still pretty wet. Eventually this is going to start going off. And when it does start going off, there's a very, very narrow window that I want to operate the sanding on this on. So I've got some sandpaper ready to rock and roll. And again, I'm using 40 grit. I'm not trying to make it perfect at this point because again, we are going to be putting on a high build primer. Pavel, how you doing? Seen you around here before. Thanks for stopping by. I've got a couple different types of sanders here. This is a semi-flexible sanding block. So it's got a little piece of metal down here, foam backing. So it stays pretty flat, but it's got a little bit of give. I've also got these fancy curved shapes. These are from SoftSanders. And so you can put sandpaper on any one of the surfaces that you want to put them on. If you want to get some tight radiuses or curves or whatnot, that's going to come in pretty handy. Again, they come in different shapes. So whatever fits your fancy for whatever project you're doing, got to get the right sanders. And then of course we got our standard traditional long block. So I don't exactly know how long this Bondo is going to take to go off. So we're kind of in a patience waiting area right now, a little patience waiting game. While we're doing that, I can show you a little side project we got working on here. This is a race car repair. And what we are doing is fixing up a lot of broken damage. You can see there's some broken damage there. There's a lot of brackets that are broken on the back sides, but this is kind of what we're known for, is doing race car repair and carbon fiber parts. And as fun as that is, we are going to be switching gears, at least for our furniture projects. Okay. I am ready with some sandpaper. And so right now it's just going to be kind of a waiting game. There's a very, very narrow window of when this is going to be sanded. I'm going to try to get a little closer here. There we go. So what I'm looking to have done here is when I run the sandpaper across it, still a little bit soft right now. When I run sandpaper, I want it to kind of bead off, and I'll kind of babysit this with you guys. I don't want it to go off all the way. I want to catch it when it's still just a little soft. And hopefully you can kind of see what's happening here just a little bit on that sandpaper where it kind of beads off. Grates off almost. Very, very, very close to that tip stage right now. This is just a little bit clumpy still. I don't want it to stick when we wipe it off. We're very, very, very close. And again, this chair was in pretty fantastic shape when I got it. So Fortunately, it's not going to require a ton of tune-up work. Yeah, and that's what we don't want right now. So you can see this is still a little bit sticky, if that makes sense. You can see that there's some hangers when we run the sandpaper over it. It's not just grating off, it's kind of wanting to stick. And we'll change that very soon here. It's just a timing thing. So we want to stay on it. We don't want to walk away and forget about it, because once this gets rocked out, it's going to be a lot more difficult to sand and shape. And we're trying to work smarter, not harder, right? Not quite there yet. Almost. In some of the areas, it's starting to get there. There we go. That's cutting really, really nice. We are going to clog up sandpaper a little bit, so be prepared to swap your sandpaper out whenever you need to. Again, the area that I'm really worried about here is just right through here in the armrest. That had a pretty good dip, so that's our main concern. The rest of it's just kind of taking care of some sand scratches. Switch to a little bit different abrasive here. Switch to a different sanding pad. Switch over to my SoftSanders. There we go. that's looking good. That's looking really good. that is the ticket. We're getting there. We're getting there. These curved sanding blocks come in crutch. So if you guys are in the market, again, these are called SoftSanders, and they are a lifesaver in the shop. To my block here. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. We're getting there. We are getting there. Vacuum for a sec here. Gotta see what we're doing, right? So yeah, we are starting to get there. I'm gonna switch techniques. This is a little trick of the trade. You can just fold the sandpaper back on itself since it's got a sticky back on it. Help you get into some of these tight corners. Attack that from the other side here. Vacuum again. Oop. We are getting there slowly but surely. switch some paper over here, get some of that 40 grit going again. Just a little low through there, so I'm going to end up kind of skim coating that. Fun times, right? Somebody's got to do the boot camp. Switch to some new paper. This is getting kind of soft. These soft sanders are just perfect for this kind of a shape. Vacuum. Wow, that was a little session, huh? Pretty good. If you guys have watched this far, congratulations. That's pretty hardcore, and I appreciate it. So yeah, there's our first session of Bondo tune-up work on our fiberglass chair. Woo! Fun times. So I will do a little bit more tune-up work, and then hopefully get this ready by Friday so we can have our Furniture Fridays, do a prime party, and then we're gonna have to re-block this out again, resand the whole thing again, and prep for our molds. So hope you guys all have a wonderful afternoon. Till next time, catch you later.